Hey, thanks for watching the video. I just bought another bike, as if I need another or a reason to buy another bike. But I bought a 1996 CBR 600F3. This particular bike and color scheme is one that is very close to my heart, and I just absolutely love this color scheme. So when I'm buying a bike, I check the tires. It doesn't really matter because I'm going to rip the bike apart and replace the tires anyway. I'm just looking here for the date code. I don't see a date code on here. These are very, very old tires. I did find a date code on the back tire. It's from 2008. But like I said, I'm going to be putting Bridgestone S22s, which might be the absolute best tire. That came out in 2019. So the S22s are going to go on this bike. The rotors are great. Um, the bike overall, I would rate it maybe a 7 out of 10 or an 8 out of 10. It does have some damage, but from 10 feet away, that damage is barely noticeable. It's been down on both sides. It's got these crappy MGO carbon fiber generic mirrors. I'll be replacing the mirrors with Y2K Honda VFR mirrors. You can see where there's some rash on the right side there of the upper. The turn signals, as I would expect, the rubber's rotted away and they're about to fall off the bike. But like any of my other bikes, I'll be replacing the turn signals with LEDs, small LEDs. You can see some rash where the bike fell over. Again, on the left hand side, there's some rash on the yeah, that thing, the stator cover. Somebody tried to piece together the little vinyl that covered up the side. They did an okay job. I'm good with it. I'm going to leave it. I will probably buy a Smoke and Joe kit for this bike, and I'll use this kit some days, and then I'll strip it down and put a Smoke and Joe's kit on it because I love the Smoke and Joe's. The generic bar ends will come off. This does have Healy bars on it, and I did get the original clip-ons. I will be installing the original clip-ons because the Healy bars just put me too far up in the air, and I like the feel of a nice sport bike. It has carbon fiber around the gauges. As you saw, the gauges only have 9,100 miles on it. It's got a nice light purple windscreen that I love, but there's a big crack in it where it fell over. I don't have an OEM key yet, but I do have some key blanks. The previous owner was an older gentleman, and I was told that he went to the airport and filled up his gas tank with airplane fuel. And if you smell the gas tank, absolutely airplane fuel. If you start the bike and run it, airplane fuel exhaust. The seat's gone. I've been shopping for this bike for a long time, and to find a bike with 9,000 miles in this condition, the chain is great, the chain guard is great, the hugger is great, it still has the reflectors. I'm kind of bummed that the tail section is chopped off, but the tail section that's there is great. The seat cowl, I like it, but it's going to go away because I already have a brand new Sargent saddle for it. It's got this little trunk thingy underneath the seat that drops down so you can shove stuff underneath the seat. I'll be using that. The turn signals again on the back are aftermarket. I do like the low profile tag holder. I'll be replacing those turn signals with LEDs. Right there where my finger is, I'm pointing at the date code. The date is 09 of 08, so that's the 9th week of 2008. The tail section looks great on this bike. The stock black can will be coming off. I already have a new Vance & Hines exhaust that's going on it, and again braided lines. I've already got the brand new braided brake lines that are going on this bike. There's a little bit of damage on this side. Again, I'm absolutely okay with it. It dumped over from 10 feet away. No one will ever notice it. For a 1996 motorcycle, this bike is just beautiful. I love this color scheme. This is the second one of these bikes with this color scheme that I've purchased. Again, it fell over. I'll get some JB weld and some mesh and put on the back side of that and glue it back together, and it'll be hardly even noticeable once I'm done with that. Get rid of those ginormous turn signals. Rotors are good. The exhaust looks like it's brand new. Look at the underside of the bike. The underside of the bike is just gorgeous. If it was ever ridden in the rain, it might have only been ridden in the rain once. There's cobwebs on the freaking bike. It's just beautiful. This is just a great example of a 1996 motorcycle that has been well taken care of and just preserved for the next guy. So I really appreciate it. I'm sorry. My heart goes out to the family of the guy who owned this bike. He was 79. He just recently passed away. But this was his bike, and it's just beautiful, and it shows that he loved the bike, and he took care of it. There's the little crack in the windscreen, which is okay. Zero Gravity still makes this windscreen. I can reach out to them, and they will ship me. They'll make me a new windscreen and ship it out to me. That's one thing nice about Zero Gravity. But this thing will have shorty levers on it, Sargent saddle, Vance & Hines exhaust, Bridgestone S22 tires, braided lines, EBC HH pads. This bike's going to be just amazing. I built this exact bike a couple years ago, and the water jacket had a leak in it, so I just stopped the build. I have all those parts sitting in my workshop ready to go on another bike, and I just landed this one. So thanks for watching my video. Go get yourself an older bike. They're really a lot of fun to ride.